This is our M2, yep. July 27 to September 28, 10 Saturdays again. Okay, M2 only opens to those who have attended M1. I think you would understand, yeah, why? Because without sufficient knowledge in what we do, yep, things like, well, we ask you to do crazy things like spirals, using weights. Without having sufficient knowledge in that, it is difficult for, I mean, Qigong practitioners, Zheneng Qigong practitioners to follow our M2. Yeah. And I have been trying over the years, been trying to move more and more of M2 into M1 because M2 is really something that require sufficient practice and sufficient understanding of the theory. Okay. Now, what is enlightenment? There are many definitions. S is missing here. Some said that opening up of the Hunyuan blaze then is a sign that you reach enlightenment. Yeah. When your middle channels emerge, you have reached enlightenment. But I believe the more appropriate one, the more accurate one is when the mind is able to focus on itself. But let's say I can punch anyone. I can punch myself also. But can I punch? Can the fist punch itself? The fist can go anywhere, but can it punch itself, hit itself? So the mind can focus on anything else. Can the mind focus onto itself? Yes, it is able to focus onto itself. Yeah. Now, your experience just now, you drop the weights, you feel the wholeness. What is that wholeness? No one is getting your attention, yet you are attentive of everything. Think carefully. Wholeness means what? All are even. No one is getting your attention. No one is yelling, hey, hey, pay attention to me. The breath is saying, pay attention to me. The arm is saying, pay attention to me. The weight is saying, hey, hey, this is too heavy. Then that is not wholeness. Right? Wholeness means all of them are treated equally. None of them are what we call asking for your attention, yet you are aware of all of them. You are aware. Try to recall your experiences now. Okay? And it is also a state of consciousness in intuitiveness and what we call a state of conscious intuitiveness. You are conscious of what you are doing. You open and close. You're aware of it. It is not like I accidentally knock a glass and I stopped the dropping glass. That one is not something that we are conscious. But when you reach that state of enlightenment, when we reach that state of wholeness, we are conscious. When you reach that kind of wholeness, again, when you were doing the open close, it is conscious intuitiveness. But this is on the physical level, at a Qi level. When we are dealing with the outside society, that experience is the same. Wholeness is wholeness. Wholeness is wholeness. Remember that. The experience is the same. The level whereby the command and outcome merge as one. That is wholeness. Now, if you go according to what had been described by these great grandmasters, people like Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching, people like this Zen master, Hui Neng, Song Gao, Xu Yun, all these Zen masters, all three of them. And Wang Yangming, the very famous Confucianism master. They all have this description that there are actually two major avenues. Either you recognize the form or you recognize the function. So at this state, if you recognize the consciousness, you naturally recognize the function of it. You recognize the function, you also recognize the form. It can be a little bit confusing for you to understand here. You have to reach your experience just now, that weightlessness, that command that I consciously slow down my breath, I consciously pause my breath, that you breach them together. Think, you may be able to get the answer. Yeah, but M2 is all about this. Our avenue, dynamic practice. Because dynamic practice, I find dynamic practice is the most tangible, something that you can experience easily. I'm not the one who started this. It was this great grandmaster, Guo Yinzhen, back in 1900. He died in 1900. So he was the one who came out with the idea. No, not 1900, 1800. Never mind. Guo Yinzhen was a great grandmaster. Yeah. Our avenue is through dynamic practice. Meditation, yes, we are going to introduce the various ways by the ancient masters. And I do not know, maybe you would agree with me eventually that, oh, dynamic practice is really much more tangible than the other methods. Yeah. But then if you want to go through the avenue of dynamic practice, you have to understand that you need to have sufficient internal qi. You need to practice. How tough? Not tough. Why? Because like what we have said in M1, we want you to use weights. We understand that you are busy. So by using weights, we can actually trim down the requirement for the time to practice. But of course, you still need to practice. Okay, so this is a brief introduction about M1. Yep, join us if you're interested. Okay, thank you.